another segment. Teddy King, Smurf. And today, the topic of discussion, something that's been major in, you know, social media and conversations, all of the above.
Trending like
R.Kelly. OG R.Kelly, you know, the GOAT of the singer, the R&B, the music, the musician.
Yeah.
How you feel about this R.Kelly thing?
I mean, shit. I don't want to say it's fucked up, but how, you know what I'm saying, he played things and went about things was fucked up. Yeah. I mean, yeah, because, you know, granted, I understand these kids are underage, but they should be going after the parents, because I'm pretty sure it ain't no way the parents did not know. You know what I'm saying? If the girl's 14, 15, 17, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure if you don't know where your child is, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? That should be child endangerment at that point.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
definitely, I agree.
if what's the word I'm looking for? Emancipate ain't signed or all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure money was involved to where they was given to the parents and they was on a hush-hush, and probably when he decided he didn't want the daughter anymore, or he moved on, or whatever the case may have been, who knows? He really, and from the Surviving R.Kelly, I didn't watch that, so I you know what I'm saying? But from what I've heard, he had strict rules and shit that he, you know, wanted, and you couldn't do this and couldn't do that. So, I mean, the man's crazy. You know what I'm saying? You should have known where your daughter was, and they should charge the parents as well.
So how do you feel about, you know, the people that are on social media now and say things like they would no longer listen to R. Kelly's music?
You can't take the man's cry from him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wasn't saying that when it was public he was messing with Aaliyah. You was still, whoa, 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 I believe I can fly. You was still all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They was still all that.
Yeah, definitely.
That was hypocrites. You know what I'm saying? That's another situation for another topic.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, definitely on this case of matter, I would definitely say it's so much to it. So much, and so far, of course, it's something that I guess has been going on for years. It's took place a long time. And my perspective on it, I would say, you know, same thing you was on, same page you was on. Bottom line, if you were murdered, you know, shot and killed, the gun is not held accountable. The person that pulled the trigger is. And with that, I say, no matter what R. Kelly did, these parents did have involvement, and so, you know, R. Kelly was only the gun. These parents pulled the trigger
for the love of the money.
You know, so you know, and that's my perspective on it, and I just say, yeah, R. Kelly wasn't alone, and I'm not saying he's innocent at all.
Oh, not at all.
I'm not saying he's innocent at all. I'm saying, for one, you got a 14, 15, 16-year-old daughter. You know where she is, right?
If you don't, then...
And if you don't, then this makes you a problem. Okay, so now, even if you felt like nothing was going on there, if your daughter could sing, you took her to the studio because you wanted to help her pursue her dreams, why did you drop her off? Why was she left at the studio with this man that only makes sex music? Okay, nah, we didn't think he was talking about a kid, or you don't even know if he was. Now everybody wants to listen to his music and dissect and depict whether he is on real or is not, or what this is or what that is. But no, in reality, you know, regardless, a parent, these little girls didn't sneak out of school. They didn't skip school and go to the studio. They didn't sneak to this man's house. These parents knew where their kid was, and there was a reason that these parents should be held just as responsible as him if he's going to be held responsible.
Right. I mean, and like they wouldn't go missing for hours and they went back home. It was days, weeks. You know what I'm saying? Then probably for the women that were over the age of 21.
Other than that, you know, okay, so if these girls are there to make music, if this is what they're supposed to be there, oh, she can sing, my daughter can sing, I'm going to take her to your studio and she's just, has anybody heard any of this music?
Right.
What songs did one of these little girls make? The only underage girl we actually know of that made a song was Aaliyah.
And she was already in the industry.
Okay, so with this being said, this is just a conflict when we talk about is he telling the truth or is he lying? Now is he being framed or blamed or I mean it's just so many different sides to this and there's so many other ways to take things. It's like, what are we really going for here? Why is it 26 years later that y'all want to convict this man of something that's been out for fucking ever? You know what I mean?
Because he probably, I don't know.
I mean, look, once again, like I said, I'm not saying this man's innocent at all. I'm not gonna listen. I wasn't there. I don't know what he did or didn't do. I'm just saying he was not the only one.
Man,
he's not the only one that should go down. He's not the only one that should be held accountable. And then, you know, I also just asked you the question about the music. Okay, good music is good music. Great music is great music. We all know this man makes good music and great music. What do people get out of not listening to his music? Or it's not really a song you can listen to and say, I don't want to hear his music no more because he might have been talking about little girls or he was talking about little girls. Like, there is no facts or no proof in that. The only person that said you may be young but you're ready was Keith Sweat. You know what I mean? He never said nothing like that.
Mm-hmm. And right, that then they, you know what I'm saying, that question Keith Sweat. But I mean, all I'm saying is like, man, the man music is his music. Y'all didn't stop listening to Michael Jackson.
Good music is good. Exactly. Nobody stopped listening to Michael Jackson. You know, the good music, no matter your lifestyle, because music is entertainment, and you have to understand the people that are entertaining versus the people that are, you know, rapping their lifestyle, which most of the time, these are people that are local and stay local and want to stay local, don't want to blow up because, you know what I mean, they might be speaking a lot of reality into these things. And this is the difference between entertainment and making music. You know what I mean? So some people that's just making music or rappers, you know, the people that are just rappers, they speaking about, you know, facts in certain things, you know what I mean? But entertainment is entertainment, and that's just like writing a book or writing a movie. Like, it doesn't have to be completely true. You know, with that being said, it's like, I'm a big fan of Tupac. You know, and Tupac wasn't a gangster before he was a rapper. You know what I mean? So, because he was a poet before he was a rapper, but he wasn't a gangster. He was a little square boy. You know what I mean? I mean, it's a lot of things from his past that almost looks like he could have been gay. You know what I mean? But we don't stop listening to Tupac. I listen to Tupac almost every day. I still listen to R.Kelly almost every day. It's like, what makes people say, oh, I'm not going to listen to his music anymore?
Right.
What does that have to do with anything? You've been hearing this song your whole life, and no, you cannot delete the lyrics from your head. You've heard it too many times.
Now, I can understand if you said I'm not going to support him from here on out. You know what I'm saying?
I don't get the point in that.
I mean, like, he ain't making no more music.
He ain't making no more music. You ain't supporting what? Like, okay, you still know the music. I Believe I Can Fly, like you just said, it's still a hit. If it comes on, you're still going to sing it. Which, you going to smack yourself once you realize you're singing it?
Or they ain't going to play it at certain places because of, man,
I think that's the biggest thing in non-supported. Certain places won't play it, or I've heard like iTunes have pulled it, or YouTubers want to pull it, or things like that. You know what I mean? Or you won't be able to find it. It's like, but still, why? Because allegations or whatever. You got convicted. Okay, so what?
How about? I think it's because they don't want to give the money. They don't want to get, because, you know, so he'll still get royalties. You know what I'm saying? If it's played, but what they should do, you know what I'm saying, for situations like that, you know what I'm saying, instead of not just trying, oh, I don't want to play this man's music because we don't want to pay him, you know what I'm saying, because you're going to have to pay him. Just take that money and send it to a fucking charity. Shit, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know if they can actually rip him of his rights or his royalties, so that, you know, that plays another factor as well. I don't know if they can just rip that, but other than that, it's just still just
shit, man.
Bottom line, you know,
great music is great.
Great music is great music, and I don't see the point in cutting the music short. So like I said, for one, no matter what, Michael Jackson's music never got pulled, never got stopped. He still did concerts. He still did shows. It's like he never even went to jail. Y'all let this man die first.
Yeah. Because, hey, it's crazy. And who is to say race ain't a factor? But Michael Jackson's black. We all know that. But you know what I'm saying.
We won't blame it on race. We definitely won't blame it on race. We just, you know.
I mean, as far as pulling the music type shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, with that too. I mean, that's just something, like I said, I don't understand the point of pulling the music. You know what I mean, or what it has to do with it. Like, no matter what your lifestyle is, it has nothing to do with the music you made. Definitely, if it was good music, definitely if people were entertained by it, definitely the entertainment business, definitely if people liked it, you know. And other than that, you know, case in front here, what we actually talking about is, you know, these charges brought up against R.Kelly. It's like, yo, why is he the only one going down? I mean, these parents, like you already said too, I believe, no matter what, this is still child endangerment.
And what about the people that was around?
Yeah, this is called an accomplice.
You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
So many people. I mean, it's even people from his camp. Like, he was never in the studio by himself.
And he, right.
You know, he has a whole camp, he has a whole team, he had a wife, you know what I mean? He, like
it was people he was doing.
Anybody that had knowledge should be an accomplice.
With. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Who he doing an album with? And so he got a whole album with this man, and don't nobody know that, you know what I'm saying?
But there's a bed in the studio and nobody know what it was used for? Come on, man.
Right.
Or nobody, but okay, has anybody seen it? Or once again, that is only an allegation of nobody, and if you've seen it, then you are just as guilty, definitely, if it took 20 years for you to speak on it.
And, right, but then, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, everybody that was there should be guilty. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody that had knowledge of anything should be guilty. You withheld information, you were an accomplice if you was there. I mean, listen, if we was both in the house and you killed somebody, and we both left, I was just getting to
and we both left, this makes me an accomplice no matter what, unless I told.
Right.
Now, if I told right then and there what happened, and I played my innocence, and I'm like, I had nothing to do with that, I didn't know this shit was about to happen or nothing, okay, possibly I can get off. This still don't even really get me out, but possibly I can get off.
Yeah.
But you know, listen, other people was in this studio at the time that these actions took place, if they took place.
Yeah, so why is that crime not the same?
Okay, but then other than the people that was in the studio, okay, the parents allowed this. Once again, this is child endangerment.
It is.
This is, you know, child neglect. Hold on. Did you take a check? Did you sell your child? That is child neglect.
Whoa.
That is child endangerment. And you are an accomplice, and you are just as guilty, no matter what. How could you not be?
I don't know. Shit, it's everything start at home. Shit.
Everything start at home. Everything start at home.
Shit, like,
I mean, then other than that, I mean, okay, but listen, on the flip side of that, man, we could have 100 16-year-old girls right now, and for a man like R.Kelly, they would agree that they would have done any and everything, and would have got 100 out of 100 on them 100 girls. I mean, of course, it doesn't make it right because it's illegal. So yes, this is still wrong for R.Kelly. But once again, why is this man held accountable? He wasn't the only one. And once again, you know, somebody knew. Of course, you know what I mean, you would still hold him accountable because it's still statutory or whatever. If you know, she's underage, and although she agreed to it, she's still underage, so it still makes him wrong. Yes, so we can't really implement that. But this still involves so many adults that had knowledge, that had visual view if these things took place. What I can't say is if it did or didn't happen.
Right.
I can't say that. But if it did happen, somebody know, somebody seen it, and it was not stopped, and it was not reported, and he should not be the only one held accountable. He should not be the only one suffering. He should not be the only one in jail.
Should not be.
And for a man to do those type things, it's a man needs help. If you got friends and family and people that are that close to you, why didn't none of these people help you seek help?
Nas was saying that. Yeah, oh shit.
Why nobody help this man seek help? Okay, hey, this man has a problem. He needs help. He's great at music, but he's fucked up in this area. Help this man. Nobody thought to help him.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody thought to stop him. Okay, fuck, I can't help him. Let me stop this. Let me tell him, bro, you should never be doing, bro. That is not right. Why wasn't the police called right then and there to where he got caught red-handed?
Because they were still stealing his money. They was stealing. That's why anybody in this camp wasn't helping or try to get the man some help. You know what I'm saying? I believe it. So now that you think about it, you know what I'm saying? They the ones that probably leaked his tapes.
I mean, still. I mean, if they had a tape to leak it, then it's like,
why you should go straight to the police? Why did you leak it first?
Somebody's still accountable in some type of way. How did you get the tape? How do you know about it? This is still knowledge, and this is still like this. Still,
yeah. That's
my point of view on it. I would say you still some type of an accomplice. Definitely, if it took for you to get mad before you released the tape.
Right.
It's like on Menace to Society when he's wait until Kane till the police get this tape. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, man, like that. Now they gotta have you knew this shit. You knew about this shit. This is a problem from the gate, and you were part of the problem if you knew about it. And it should not take for you to get mad at me to tell on me.
Man, oh man, but man, that's fucked up. It's just crazy way to.
Other than that, with this, like I said, same shit with this being said. Okay, so this little girl was in the studio. I guess clearly to make music, to make a song, to make music, to make a song. Who was the producer? Who like, where was the help or the people that was helping it? Like somehow, some way there had to be other people. Okay, everything took place after everybody left. So what time did everybody leave? Everybody left at 1 a.m. and the little girl still in there with R.Kelly? There was no red flag to nobody at this point. Like nobody raised the eyebrow. He didn't do too much at that time. The little girl didn't do too much at that. Everybody was that discreet or what? Like how does nobody understand what took place with none of these young ladies? Hold on, other than that.
They knew.
Did R.Kelly ever work with a young boy? Was it only little girls? I mean, where's the red flags? Nobody seen a red flag nowhere? It's not like he didn't never know young male singers or something. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm just prospecting. I don't know nothing. You know what I mean? I'm just like, damn, why was there never a red flag?
Shit, it was. It just wasn't, you know what I'm saying?
I guess it didn't matter. But now it didn't matter, so okay, now why is there only charges against R.Kelly?
Because he was a
guilty one.
Right.
If he was found guilty, there's a list of people that should be on that list.
Yeah, it is. They should, yeah. And I think he's gonna try to, you know what I'm saying, blow the whistle on him. How you feel about that?
I mean, he can't blow the whistle on nobody because he's still pleading his innocence. And if he's still pleading innocence, then you can't involve people that are guilty if you're not guilty. So it's still, you know, that's a contradiction. You can't contradict yourself in that way. So
I didn't know he was still pleading innocent.
He's still pleading innocent.
Well, he's guilty though.
Well, they found him guilty for sure.
Yeah, so shit.
He's been found guilty, but once again, still him involving other people is him putting the blame on somebody, which is also saying that he's not guilty. I mean, which is it was also saying that he is guilty and he's still pleading his innocence. So he really can't unless he contradicts his whole statements, every statement he ever made. Which you know how that goes. You know, one lie makes everything a lie. So since you already lied, we really can't even believe what you're saying now.
Well, I mean, shit, he already guilty now, so shit.
Yeah, guilty.
Might as well just tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like,
once again, like I said, it's too late to tell the truth. You've already played guilty so much and stuck with so many stories and told so many different stories about your truth. That, you know, once again, you know rules of the game. And you can tell a million truths, and you tell that one lie and make everything a lie. So it's like now we don't got no reason to believe. Now we think you just want to bring somebody else down with you.
Or shit, what he gonna do is probably write a fucking book.
That's probably what he's gonna do. I mean, he's a writer. That's his next best move,
and that's the only thing he can do because he can't put out no music.
Next best move, you know. So maybe you hear that R.Kelly, what they say, surviving R.Kelly. So now you hear the book about surviving R.Kelly. Yes. The surviving R.Kelly. You know
surviving what I mean? Ass.
Yeah. Surviving. You know, shit. He ain't got nothing else to do. Yeah, I got time today.
That'd be a nice title to the motherfucking book, though.
Hey, man, you know.
Surviving as R.Kelly, because you know that nigga gonna have hell in that.
Yeah, man, it's still too. I mean, with lawyers and everything, why wouldn't these parents ask in the courtroom like, how did your kid get there? Why was your kid left there? How do you know that your kid is telling the truth?
They spent 15 years making this story.
I mean, yeah, these are allegations. Still, I mean, once again, my perspective, my point of view is still allegations. It ain't no. I didn't find this man semen in none of these ladies. Y'all ain't got no actual tapes. Well, the sex tape that was dropped, I mean, he was never convicted of that because I actually watched that tape, and you cannot. It's a tape where, like, literally, in a literal sense of a second, every second you say, that's him, oh, that's not him, that's him, no, that's not him, oh, that. And it was inadmissible, so that's why he was never convicted. You really cannot dead on say it's him.
Right. I mean, shit. I seen him. I don't know. Shit.
I mean, like I said, it was just it was no way to actually directly tell, and so that's why he was never charged with that tape. But now, 20 years later, 10 people can step up and say, well, he did do it. And it's not like it's 20 years later, and so now these girls are old enough to say something. No, they was old enough to say something when it happened. They was 14, 15, 16. No, this is a girl that is old enough to speak her piece at that time.
Old enough to take the dick. Yeah,
and it ain't like you didn't want it, and the girls on that tape wanted it. You know what I mean? So it's like still, what is the point coming forward now? And he wasn't a monster.
I don't know.
He didn't rape these girls. It was statutory.
They got him for sex trafficking and all that shit. So
yeah. So what? He was selling chicks. I was wondering what that charge meant. Like, sex trafficking is selling. So what? Was he selling these little girls? How did that happen? Where did that happen? Who did he sell them to?
Right.
Who knew that they was buying a little girl from R.Kelly? And why are none of the buyers being convicted?
Good question. I want to know too.
But if he's such a pervert and he's just a nasty man, why am I selling what's mine? This is what I want. I'm not selling what I want. I got what I want. We don't get things to sell what we want.
And
none of it makes sense. Not to me. I mean, maybe I'm tripping or maybe I'm different. It just don't make sense to me.
It don't. But that shit is crazy.
But it made sense to whatever jury convicted this man. And they convicted this man without no hard proof of or evidence. And they convicted this man without convicting no one else. And the only thing I really have to say about it is, no, I'm not going to stop listening to his music, and there should be a whole lot more convictions happening. A whole lot more. It don't make sense.
Yeah, it sure should be. Yeah, shit. The buyers, the mama, shit, his entourage, shit. Man, that should be
so many people. There's so many people.
You can't racketeer by yourself.
At all. I mean, it's like this. So, okay, say you was interested in buying a little girl one day. Now, of course, not saying it's something you're into. Just, okay, you better go buy one. Okay, you pull up the buyer and you realize you're buying her from R.Kelly. Why would none of those people they bought from testify? And then other than that, why weren't they on trial as well?
Because they don't want to be. That's why they didn't. Oh, I don't want to buy. They don't want to admit.
So, but okay, still. So how is he convicted of that? There's no proof then.
Right. Yeah. And see, it's just basically nowadays you just have to say it, and you can say it. Oh, he got a gun. He pulled it on me. he didn't pull the gun on you, but you just know he got a gun. But
if they pull up and he got a gun, he's going to jail for it. You ain't got listen. You ain't got that. That is true. I mean, I've been through that before in situations back in the day dealing with certain women. You know what I mean? Listen, she can definitely call the police and say he hit me, and they're going to arrest you whether you did it or not. Yo, I didn't do shit.
Yeah.
I said fuck you.
She just mad she didn't get a reaction.
She's mad because I said fuck you and said I hit her, and now I'm going to jail. Now I have a DV.
Yeah, so that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers didn't want.
That is something with the law, man. It's crazy, man. They say innocent until proven guilty, but not you was guilty from the gate, my nigga.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Guilty from the gate, and the people around you was too. You know what I'm saying? Shit, whoever opened the door.
Believe that.
For real.
Believe that.
And you let her in. Shit.
Yeah, so yeah, man, with that being said, just a quick review on this R.Kelly situation. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. We definitely could use the comments and the talks, and speak your mind, give us your piece, and if we need to revisit this conversation, we can revisit and talk about further into it. Definitely, if you got certain questions you want to hear, certain answers that you need, let us know. We're on the couch, and this one's on R.Kelly. Tay the King.
Smurf.